have a bit of a headache today, so I am not like all there, and this is actually the first time I've spoken today, is to this camera. My roommate, she's at work, and it's just been me and the dog all day, and I've just been, Rue, you can't do that. You guys say hi, are you the new puppy dog? There's always gonna be a pet. But doesn't this look familiar? Yeah? Huh? Right? Kind of like my room. Similar setup, similar lighting, better lighting. Because it's not yellow. Because in my curtains, I don't have curtains. I can push this up. Yes, I can. If the jump cuts are weird, it's because of her. I thought it was about darn time I updated you guys on the happenings of my new life here in Wilmington and at college. My new living situation, because I've never lived out on my own or in an apartment before. Give you the lowdown of what I've been up to, because I kind of feel like I've finally found my groove, and it's not like Halloween is in less than a week and I moved here in August. Rue, that's really inappropriate on camera. Can we not do that? No, don't lick me with your tongue after you do that. So, Rue, bring it back. Tell me what I was just thinking in my head. Thank you so much. So my room. A long time to get everything figured out, and that's like pretty much number one. I redid my room back in October after I graduated, so it was like 2017. My room was like pretty much in shambles. Like, we got new carpet, new everything, and it just like really it threw me off. So that was like number one. As soon as I got here, I was like, I have to do my room, and that was pretty much the only thing, because my roommate, she lived on her own previously, so she has like she had everything laid out already, and so I just was like, yeah, sure, I'll take this big room. So I moved in, and I got my bathroom all set up, and it's cute, and everything's like plant themed, and it's pink, and it wasn't even on purpose, but it's really cool. I got like a pink and yellow and like light blue situation going on. My boyfriend, he gave me a rose, and it's like kind of like a peachy color, and I have it hanging up in my bathroom, and it's just like it's all coming together, you know. But too, like I've like a really large closet and a really big window. I've got my desk all set up. I've got this bookshelf behind me. I've got my cameras laid out. I also have like a calendar. For honestly like a 2-bedroom apartment, I am so freaking blessed. For like the rent, the commute, which is only 15 minutes because I found a shortcut, and the amount of space we have, like it's insane, and I don't understand how this happened. I mean, I've always had a roof over my head, right? So that's like blessing number one. But then to have like be able to, one, afford it yourself, and then two, like realize what you're getting for that amount of money, which you might not be able to get everywhere else, is like double. Our kitchen is massive. We have probably every pot and pan imaginable, every kind of milk in our fridge, because we're adults and we can, and when we go to the grocery store, we're like, yeah, I'll just buy it. Like, let's try it. Like, it's super fun. Our pantry's stocked. Like, it's just one of those things that we're not, one, we're like a team, me and my roommate, but like I'm on my own, and I can use tote bags when I go to the grocery store. I've also been drinking a lot of tea. I've been trying to like, yeah, hear me out, cut down on the coffee. Oh, our living room is huge. We have a balcony, which is great. It's so great. I'm sad that it took me so long to finally like get in that like appreciative groove, instead of just being like, I'm sad I'm not home, you know. I don't know, I feel like it's my place. Like, one thing too that I wanted to address is getting my groove, right?
Oh yeah.
I am very not good at that.
No! You threw off my groove!
That I have, that's not, nope. I have a very hard time getting things down, especially when they're out of a routine. You know, when I said like redoing my room was like very hard for me, things have to be in their place in order for me to function and like feel good about what I'm doing. Which you can take that extreme or as like phony baloney as you want. Seriously, it's like a thing I deal with between like my classes and where they're located, and like not having a job, and like figuring out my money, and like budgeting, going to the grocery store, you know, my park and ride, the commute, is my room the way I want it? Can I really do all this homework right now? My relationship back home, how does that work? Church, I finally found one, which is another amazing blessing. Like, this video is just like blessing. But like, like seriously, like, and there's been so many things that, like, this conflict between people being like, oh, I miss you when you coming home, to me being like, okay, but I like miss you too, and like I want to come home, but like it's really hard leaving home. It's really hard going home. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, how do I get my medications figured out with the Walgreens down the street, you know? So there's just been, and which makes massive sense. It makes sense. Like, what else? Duh, you're not just gonna like, boop, like, you're now, like, you know what to do. Like, it's a complete learning process, 100%, out the wall, new things you never even thought you'd think of. For example, the paper towels. I had to buy paper towels. I think I talked about that in another video, but I bought paper towels. Like, I never thought I'd actually have to buy paper towels. I'm saying so many things. Bottom line, what I'm getting at is it took me a very long time, and yes, Halloween is in less than a week, which I still don't have a costume. Oh, the alone time, yes. Okay, so I got invited to a Halloween party. A few Halloween parties. Well, not really. Maybe like 2. My roommate, she was out of town for like 2 weeks, week and a half, just like doing different things, you know, doing her life. And I was like alone. Like alone. And I could have stayed on campus. I could have ventured out, but what I realized is, like, I seriously needed to make up for that alone time, which I have just been cramming and learning and like trying to fit everybody in, and I just do that all the time. And I was sitting alone. Duh. I'm sorry, my lips are probably disgusting. I just realized this. The weather's changing and I just can't. I have to buy chapstick. No. Oh gosh. Oh, just things like that. Exactly, right? I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, I just look terrible. My hygiene sucks. I haven't bought anything to fix it yet. With the moving and my job and photography and my new relationship and all these friends, I was literally like boom, like night and day. But those past 2 weeks were probably the happiest and most content, outside of missing people and being like homesick, that I've been in a really long time. Found, I guess, you could say, I found my groove, I found my headspace. It's like, not that I didn't want my roommate around, because like we've got our own thing. Like, we play Sims and we watch, I can't say this makes me sound like an e-girl. We watch anime. Don't knock it till you try it. It's super nice. Or she'll like put on K-pop. We're really strange. Moments like that where we're just like, you know, let's be goofy and like put on like a show that's not in English, you know, and just play Sims, and then just be like, how in the world am I gonna put this island in my kitchen, you know? It's just been nice. Like, I finally feel like I've been like able to take like a break. Can we check out how long my hair is now? My hair probably does not look great today. Like I said, it is a bummy Saturday. I could have spruced myself up more for the internet, but like, why sugarcoat it? Like, this is me. But I really finally feel like, and I've even started doing art again, which is crazy. I like knocked out this digital design last night that I actually was inspired by a Dave Ramsey video.
You can just decide today to do them. I had a guy working for me and he was not doing his process right, and I sat down and I said, this is what you need to do. And he goes, well, it's not the way I do it. And I said, change.
From the sermon on Sunday at the new church I found, what I'm getting at is it took me a very long time, and I really don't even think I have like sage advice for how to find that. I think you just need to be honest with yourself. And like, let's say you are an introvert. Like, I guess that's really what this video is out to. If you are an introvert, absolutely do not feel bad and feel like you need to put pressure on yourself to be with people. Don't. If a plan comes up last minute and somebody asks you to hang out and you want to just sit alone in your room and do art, don't compromise that. Be like, no, I have plans, because those plans are with yourself. Those plans are with your sketchbook. You can't put that aside, because the only way you're going to keep growing and getting better and feel more like yourself and eventually be able to hang out with people is if you put time in for you doing art, for you drawing, for you video editing, for you doing photography, for you whatever hobby or thing that you do as an introvert. Like, you need to make time for that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, just because you don't want to go to a party, you know? That's been something that I've been learning, and I think was really, really deterring to my to me getting a groove, is that I was just like, people were like, can I come visit you on the weekends, you know, or like, maybe I should go out and do something, you know, and it was just like, I needed to just stop, pretty much like cut myself off, almost like a rehab. I was like, no, I'm going home to the apartment tonight, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna do laundry. I just wanted to tell you guys that I am indeed alive and well, and then I think I'm finally finding my groove, and what that groove is, and it's so silly, but like when you're pulled up from your home and like your routine and like what you've been doing literally your entire life, the things that tend to go missing, I think, now I'm not more than one person, so I really don't know, are what you want to do, because there's so many new things coming at you that you're willing to compromise for. Absolutely do not put yourself down for wanting to be alone and doing your own thing, because that is a lesson I have learned. But what I'm getting at is if you don't want to go out and get dinner with your buddies and you want to stay in, freaking stay in. Do it, okay? That's the bottom line. That's pretty much been it, and I really, I think the Emperor found her groove, the Empress.
Boom, baby!
Also too, let me put it this way. If you feel like you are getting into that hole of like, oh, I need to be alone, don't let that also take over any time that you can spend with other people, because that's also important. Don't be a shut-in, Have fun. Party. Just be good with spontaneous planning too, because that's, you don't want that to like deter your life and your joy and your fun. Your groove will eventually happen, and by whatever means that you need, you just need to be honest with people and get there. That was my story. I feel like that was a good message. It's been so long since I've done this. My hands are doing things that I don't think they've ever done before in a video. I've got to figure this whole thing out too. Alright guys, I will see you
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.